Two brand new maps have been added to Black Ops 6 ranked play, and today I'm giving you tips and tricks on both, and I promise this video will help you win more games in Black Ops 6 ranked play. Like and subscribe if it does, and let's start with grind. So starting here with grind P1, the main spawn points are going to be back here towards the bathroom or closer towards the other side. Ideally as a team, if you could push up both sides, both the back ramp side and the back bathroom side, you'll actually make your opponent spawn here, which as you can see on the map is way far out. The key part with P1 on top of just holding the hill is going to be making sure both sides are pushed out. Once they are, you can trap the other team by holding an angle like here or looking towards mid. And real quick before the hill is over, you can grab time from the very top of this, but only on this side. If you go over too far to the front, you won't be on P1 anymore. So in case your team doesn't have control of the bathroom side and you want to challenge hill, because you can't head glitch this, it's really not a great angle. You can hop up on top and then, like I said earlier, go all the way to the left corner so you're on time while you're challenging over it. While we're here near P1, a lot of people are having trouble jumping up onto the railing. If you jump too late, it's really hard to hit it, but keep in mind if you start your jump earlier or from the side, it makes it way easier to jump up on top. Also on P1, if you're expecting your opponents to be through the middle door, this is an insane head glitch that's crouch height that looks over the mid door. As gross as it looks from your perspective, I promise it's even worse from the opponents, so definitely keep that in mind. Just know that you're exposed from the right, so make sure you first have a teammate, like I said, pushed down on this side, making sure that not only are you blocking these spawns, but they're not coming from this direction. Then it's super easy to finesse here. You're soaking time and you're holding mid. You can even lay down, do an off angle like that. Back towards P1 or this area here, there is an interesting spot on top of the door frame. It's very hard to get into, but if you dive just right, you'll end up landing on top of the door. Then you can crouch, look towards the head glitch on the left or even the hill on your right. Just keep in mind you can't strafe or do too much outside of that or else you fall down. Also, as annoying as this head glitch right here is, you should keep in mind the multiple different ways that you can challenge it. One of them kind of near this ramp here, if you jump over it, you can kind of tag them with a couple shots before falling back down. If you want to take the wide angle while still being on time, like I said, that left corner. But actually, if you hop on top of this one right here, it gives you a head glitch that looks towards their head glitch. These speakers also like to kind of push you off the ledge, and if you pair that with a jump shot, it gives you a very weird, almost like jetpack like bunny hop. Now for P2, I'm sure you already know this, but you can hop on here and it's a disgusting head glitch that looks over the hill. But what some people don't know is if you back up into the bathroom and hop on top of this, it allows you to look over towards your flank. So a lot of people will try to break from either the right side or all the way over on the left. And a good way to watch both of those is you can sit here and you see on my right side, I'm looking at the deep right side. And if you fall down, you already have a head glitch that looks over the left. If you really want to, you can dive on top of this, which gives you a closer angle, but it doesn't really give you much that you didn't already have from back here. Now on the actual P2 itself, you should keep in mind you can hop up on top of this and look towards your elbow flank. You can even see the other door too if you angle just right. Just keep in mind you're very exposed to the mid window if they hop up. And you can do the same thing from the skate shop into the hill. So let's say you have control of this room and are just trying to get shots on people who may be playing in the hill. You can do that from here. When you're challenging the top window towards P2, you want to make sure you don't get caught mantling. So I would go up on the left side, and if you strafe high enough, you can just do a straight up jump towards the hill. That way you just skip the entire mantle animation. First, go up to the top of the ramp and then simply jump. It's actually that easy to challenge the hill. Just make sure that you don't get caught in this long mantle animation while you're trying to challenge the hill. Also, let's say you're trying to break P2, but from this side, and you're kind of trapped by somebody that might be on one of those head glitches that we mentioned earlier. There's not really a ton of cover here. I mean, you could use the green car, I guess. What a lot of people don't know is that this outer railing is actually not considered outside of the map. So if you get that height advantage as you're strafing over, especially with an AR, it makes it way easier to challenge some of these gunfights. It's actually not considered out of the map for the entirety of being here. So let's say even if you're playing a rotation to the new hill, you could lay down here and play more of an off angle that watches both the back spawn and anybody that might be pushing from elbow. If you don't mind people getting mad at you for stair glitching, you could also lay down here and watch the rotation this way. So if we're talking this head glitch further back here on that speaker, you do the same thing from the wall, even between the news van. Over here on P3, if you're trying to funnel people that are coming from old, you can actually sit on this head glitch right here that watches the elbow. You can even crouch, give some finesse as they're rotating to new. Now on the actual P3 hill itself, there are a ton of contest spots that are also beneficial to holding the hill. So here on the barrel, if you're trying to have an off angle towards the elbow, you can do that right here. You can even look towards the news van. Just make sure you don't look too far, or else it'll knock you out of the hill. It's also a little bit weird, but you have to find just the right spot. It's a great head glitch here that looks towards the inner push towards P3. You can even hop on top of it and still be in the hill for anybody that's pushing your front. This entire railing, you can also be on the hill during. So that way, if you're trying to challenge somebody that might be pushing this side up top or even just kind of strafe alongside it. And then of course there's the more obvious corners too if you want to play it like this. When rotating to P4, you should know that you can jump over here and look towards the back of the spawn. That way if somebody's playing way deep, you can comment to your team, or even if they're playing on that head glitch, you can jump and get a couple shots in before you fully challenge them. Now when we're talking P4, if there is somebody back here hard blocking the spawns for the team, you should keep in mind that you can jump on top of this railing right here, which allows you to look towards that back spawn. It's a little bit tricky to get to, and it's easy to fall out of, but you can even lay down, turn around, and watch your back. Also, all of the ramps that are about this height are crouch height. So while you're holding the hill or breaking the hill or even looking towards mid, don't stand up and challenge it because the head glitch isn't as good. Crouch and walk up to it, and then you'll see you can sink even further into the head glitch. Do the same thing on the hill, looking towards front. Something like this is a little bit too tall, but even standing on it is a really nice head glitch. If you're trying to get really flashy by challenging somebody to the left or to the right, this entire wall, you can actually jump on top of it, but it kicks you out. If you pair that with a bunny hop though, it makes for some pretty crazy chows. Like let's say I know somebody's left side, I hop on top of it and then do a jump as I'm falling down. Same thing to the right. And you kind of get like boosted off of it. So let's say you get somebody weak. Also, this is a head glitch here. You tag them up. Same thing with the other side. You tag somebody up, you get the information that they're there. You want to finish the kill in a flashy way. You can just jump on top of it and then bunny hop your way off like so. It's actually insane from your perspective, but I promise you it looks even crazier from your opponents. And now for grind callouts, I'm not going to go crazy in depth on these because who knows how long this map's actually going to be out for, but super easy. This whole area is P1. We'll call this top red because of the red bar. This is mid connector leading to mid. If we push up, this is top orange because of the orange line, which leads into P2. The side room in P2 is shop. Shop leads to zig or elbow, which brings us to news. News brings us to P3. This is stands. P3 ramp leads us to top blue. This whole area is top blue. Now, if we go back to stands, we'll push into tube. This whole area is called tube. This is plat right here. Plat looks towards P4. And P4 brings us back to top red, which of course brings us to P1. If we hit the other side, this will bring us towards bathroom. As you see, the bathroom sign here. And this area here is Godheady. You call this Godheady. Again, we'll keep it super basic while grind is only in here for a limited time. Hopefully they add it for longer because I kind of like this map. Anyways, that's going to do it for grind. On to Barrage up next. Here we are on Barrage. I honestly kind of like this map too. There's a couple key things we need to go over, especially on control, but we're going to start with hardpoint. Starting here from the back spawn, if we go towards the top window, P1 is super easy in terms of cruddy corners. Like you can finesse any of these pretty much and get a bunch of hill time. What's probably best, especially if you're on the other side, is to have somebody look over your top window while you sit here looking towards the left side. Other than that, the entire right side of your hill, the only place they can be coming from is from the shed. So this hill is probably favored to be held down by the side that's over here. If you happen to be holding it from the other side, this box is a great way to contest the hill. You have a head glitch that looks over towards the low window, and then you can stand up and look towards the top window, or if you want a wider chow, you can do that as well. If you're left side, you can challenge the top window from here to kind of help your teammates hold this angle down. We're gonna skip P2 for now. We're actually gonna go towards the control point that's in here. A great angle is in this back corner for contesting. If you lay down and turn around, it doesn't look like much on your screen, but when you lay down on your back like that, it gives you a peeker's advantage, so you can see over the box. Let me make sure I have my body in the right way. It would be like this. So you can see over the box, but they can't really see you as well, and also can't really shoot through the box either. I tried it in a private match. These sandbags up here you can jump on top of to give a off angle that looks towards the front. You should keep in mind that this top window, they can actually see you through that head glitch right there. So from the opponent's side, this is what they would see. They could jump on top and then have a better angle. So just keep that in mind. I wouldn't necessarily look here the entire time because right now most people don't even know that that exists, but definitely keep these sandbags in mind as a good off angle that looks towards front. You do the same thing on these boxes here, looking this way, or even on the chair if you want a higher angle, although it's easier to fall off of this one. Now further back, you can walk up on top of these sandbags, which gives you a better angle towards either the left side or even the right side. And I believe you're on the capture point. So if you have an AR and just want a better positioning, but also capture the zone, keep this in mind. I totally forgot this area is P3 as well. So use all these same spots for P3. Honestly, the sandbag spot is really good for watching the other side too, because you have that angle that crosses to the deep right, meaning you'll know if they're able to get here. And if they challenge the front, like if somebody is wide channeling, trying to look towards you, they're really not going to be expecting you all the way up here. They're going to mainly be looking for people playing like on this part of the map. When looking towards the back spawn, this truck right here is insane. You can crouch down and really sink into the head glitch, look towards all of yellow. If you want to lay down, you can even do that too, although a little bit cheesier. If we're talking control, this is spawn trap heaven right here. So definitely do not forget about this spot. On the flip side, if you're the one being spawn trapped, you can hop on top of the gray crate, even lay down by the sandbags and watch for people chasing you. If you're, let's say, on the hard point that's back there, you can also use this spot even as a wide angle to make sure that your teammates aren't getting like flanked or pinched. There's also more predictable but nice headies back here. And same thing here on the back spawn. If somebody is on that head glitch, that truck head glitch we were talking about earlier, you can't really see it from the stairs. You're gonna have to back up onto this box right here in order to have an angle from on top of the sandbags. You can also get on top of this gray crate here. You can do so just by jumping up, or if you want a head glitch, you can jump on top of first the sandbags and then strafe out to the left. This looks over the left side, and you can even strafe out far enough to check the hop up. Although most people that are going to be coming out the hop up will be like mantling, so I wouldn't worry about that as much. Now, if we're talking the control zone that's over here, when you're attacking, you're going to be coming from this side. Keep in mind that playing underneath the window is actually a really good spot, because in order for them to actually check for you, they have to go wide, like stand all the way up on this head glitch to look down. And by that point, hopefully your teammates will be shooting at them from way further back. But definitely keep this spot in mind. If you're worried about people jumping out and ego challenging you, you could play a left angle like this. That way, when they're jumping out, you won't get blocked by looking up too high. So a far left or a far right angle like both of these is great. If you want to take a wider chow, you can jump on top of the box here. You're actually contesting or capturing the zone while you're looking towards the top heady, and most people will not be expecting you to be challenging that point from on top of the box. So you'll catch a lot of people off guard there. Now on the hard point, you can capture it while strafing over these sandbags, which gives you a head glitch that looks over the front. And there's some contest spots here like these barrels. You can lay down behind the turret right here. That way you're safe from the window, and you even have a slight head glitch on the sandbag that looks towards anybody that will be pushing the low right. Now for P5, in case you didn't know, you can pretty much head glitch this entire outer part here. If somebody's pushing low left, there's no way that they're going to beam you off of this. And if you sink far enough down into the head glitch, you can even look towards the right side push. But do be careful, because you're vulnerable if somebody jumps up top window and looks down on you from there. You can, of course, slide underneath the excavator and then hold P5 from this angle, although it's a little bit more hidden than the other ones. From the top window, if you want more information on P1, if you jump on these barrels, you can jump over and see if anybody's top window or on the point. You can even jump out wide to the left just for information. If you're trying to spawn trap on control, you can sit down on these stairs right here. If anybody tries to work your left, free kills. A lot of you probably have already experienced the spawn trap that comes with spawning back here just because it's so wide. Kind of a super easy tip for that is if you're an SMG player and you find yourself spawning back here, I would probably swap to an AR pretty much immediately, because you're gonna have to clear out like your top window or your right side. You are so exposed and vulnerable here that if you get caught here with a sub, pretty much not worth it. So off the rip, spawning up on control, I would make sure to swap to an AR just because of how crazy these angles are and how many there are that you have to clear before you're able to get out of the spawn. From the flip side, just know that there's some insane ways to trap your opponents in their spawn. This is one of them. You'll have the left side cross out of mound and the right side cross out of the mound. One that I found not too long ago is that this head glitch on the rock that looks over the top window is actually really freaking good. And you can really finesse this rock if you want to clear out more so the middle and the right sides of your spawn. But I would use that to your advantage, especially while you're looking for people who might be playing up here. And then sink further down into the mound to look towards people that might be on your left. It kind of sucks that there's not a building back here like the other spawn has. So it's super easy to get spawn trapped on this side. But if you're somebody who tends to just full sprint and not really care off their spawn on this map, you're gonna get punished for that, especially if you have a sub. If you spot somebody at this top window here that's looking over towards P2 or the control point, this whole right side has a couple of nice angles that you can use to challenge it. This one is a head glitch over the box right here. You can back further up, and then you also have one over the sandbags. You can crouch on these barrels and get a decent head glitch, but you're way more exposed. If anything, I would just kind of slow peek your way around. There's a ton of different ways to challenge this that gives you just as much cover as they have. And now for some super quick barrage callouts. Of course, we'll start with P1. We'll call this whole area tower, so just so that it's not two top windows. This is tower, and this can be either top window or top blue. This is P3 or barracks. This is hole. Hole leads to green. This entire plat is green. You could also call it top plat. Pushing further back, this is yellow. Yellow leads to P4. This window is top white, the one that looks over P2. You could also call this artillery. All these are sandbags out here on the right. And this outer area here is called closed. This area is back American. The building we were talking about earlier is ammo. So this area here is ammo. Ammo will bring us back to mound. This is P5. You could also call it excavator or X. X will bring us back to top tower where we were earlier. And then this entire area here is going to be dirt. Dirt will bring us back into P3. And P3 will bring us back to mid or P1. I hope this video helped you out, and I hope you enjoyed the new ranked play maps. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I will catch you next time at lunchtime.